Hey, yesterday we talked about Titus chapter 2. I looked at verses 3 to 5. I want to focus on that middle verse. I want to talk about verse 4 today. I don't want us to miss something really, really important. And this is really the key. A lot of times when we talk about husbands and wives, when we talk about all these things, we talk about what everyone needs. And I think it comes down to one word, and that is love. And that is love. See, God wants these ladies in our families to train the younger women that they might love their husbands and children. It's so important. We get so caught up in what we're supposed to teach, right? And what kind of parenting technique that we should have, right? How should we discipline, right? And that stuff is all important, right? What you're going to feed them, how that's all going to work, what bedtime is going to be, and all those things. But you know what? None of that matters if we're not loving each other. A lot of times, like as a couple, right now you might be watching this. You might be like, "Yeah, man, we're lost, man. We don't know what's going on. We don't know the way forward here." And but again, if we can stop, if I look at my own life, I look and I go, there's so many things that I'm so caught up in trying to do, right? I'm trying to keep the checkbook balanced. I'm trying to keep food on the table. I'm trying to do all those things, and I can never forget to love my wife, right? For my wife to love me, to love my kids. There is nothing more important than that. See, and that will guide all the other things. That'll guide how you spend money, how you budget, what time the kids go to bed, right? What they watch, what they don't watch, right? But it all goes back to knowing I am loved by God. I am forgiven by Him. Jesus gave His life for me, the supreme sacrifice, so that I could love my wife and my kids. And again, that's what we are called to do. So again, let's make sure that we encourage those young moms, encourage those young wives to say, your love, the greatest gift you can give to your husband, the greatest gift you can give to your kids is to love them. And loving them means you put them first. Loving them means that you want the best for them, that you're willing to sacrifice for them. You're just gonna go all in terms of what you're gonna do. Now again, I'm praying that for husband. That's the same thing. It really, and if both are doing that, if husbands are going, man, I'm gonna love my wife and my kids, and that's the most important thing, and if wives do the same thing, loving my kids, loving my husband, the most important thing, that's gonna be a place of peace. That home is gonna be something to see. That home is going to make a difference in the world, because people are going to stand back and go, whoa, what's going on there? And the answer is going to be, well, Jesus is Lord there, right? God has changed everything there. God has forgiven all of them there, and they all believe it, they all trust it, they live it out each and every day. Man, we need to see that instead of the Jerry Springer mess and riots and fights that we see in our world, man, the constant examples of brokenness. We need this, and love is the answer. Sacrificial love, the love of Christ coming in to bear on what we do. All right, I pray that helps you today and every day. I'm Pastor Fred. This is the follow through. Hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody. Again, let's get a conversation going about this stuff in the comments again, but keep it nice. We want to be, civil to each other. I think that's so incredibly important. All right. So we'll talk to you next time for another follow-up.